Stop scrubbing your kitchen cabinets with soap and water. You are just moving the grease around. I'm Wash Leb, third-generation janitor. My grandfather cleaned industrial kitchens before most of you were born. He taught me one thing: grease doesn't dissolve with effort, it dissolves with chemistry. Today, I'm showing you the lemon method that cuts through 10 years of built-up cooking oil in under 5 minutes. No expensive sprays, no elbow grease, just science. If you want your wood cabinets to look new without stripping the finish, stay right here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I teach cleaning methods that actually work based on 30 years of family experience in professional janitorial work. We don't do fluff. We don't do hacks that take 3 hours. We do results. Let's talk about your kitchen cabinets, specifically the ones above your stove and the ones near your sink. Look at them. Really look. Do you see that dull, sticky film? That's not dirt. That's polymerized oil. When you cook, tiny droplets of oil float into the air. They land on your cabinet doors. Over time, heat and oxygen turn that liquid oil into a hard varnish-like shell. This is why wiping them down with a damp cloth does nothing. You're trying to wipe off plastic with water. It doesn't work. Most people make this mistake. They buy a generic all-purpose cleaner, they spray it on, they scrub. The surface looks wet for a second, then dries streaky and still feels tacky. Why? Because standard cleaners are designed for dust and light spills. They aren't strong enough to break the chemical bonds of cooked-on grease. And if you use something too harsh, like bleach or ammonia, you risk stripping the sealant off your wood. Once that sealant is gone, the wood absorbs moisture, swells, and warps. Then you're looking at a $1,000 replacement job instead of a 5-minute clean. So, what's the solution? You need something acidic enough to cut the grease, but gentle enough to preserve the wood finish. You need emulsification. You need to turn that solid grease back into a liquid so it can be wiped away, and you need to do it without damaging the environment inside your home. The reason why lemon works. This brings us to the star of today's video. Lemons, but not just because they smell nice. I don't care about the smell. I care about the pH level. Lemons contain citric acid. Citric acid is a natural chelating agent. In plain English, that means it grabs onto minerals and breaks down organic compounds like grease and grime. When citric acid hits polymerized oil, it weakens the bond between the oil and the cabinet surface. It doesn't just sit there, it actively works to lift the residue. But acid alone isn't enough. Acid cuts, but it doesn't always lift. That's why we combine it with a mild surfactant. A surfactant is what makes soap work. It reduces surface tension, allowing the cleaning solution to penetrate the microscopic cracks in the grease layer. For this recipe, we're going to use a tiny bit of dish soap. Not a lot, just enough to help the lemon juice grab the dirt and hold it in suspension so you can wipe it away cleanly. Some of you might be thinking, Wash, why not just use vinegar? Vinegar is acetic acid. It works, sure, but acetic acid has a stronger odor that lingers, and it can be slightly more aggressive on certain types of wood finishes if left on too long. Citric acid from lemons is milder on the finish, but highly effective on grease. Plus, the natural oils in the lemon peel contain D-limene. D-limene is a powerful solvent used in many industrial degreasers. When you use the whole lemon, juice, and zest, you're getting a double attack: acid from the juice and solvent power from the peel oils. This isn't a guess. This is basic chemistry applied to household cleaning, and it's been working in commercial kitchens for decades. Now, let's get into the exact method. Here is exactly what you need. You don't need to go to a specialty store. You probably have everything in your kitchen right now. Ingredients: 2 fresh lemons. Do not use bottled lemon juice. Bottled juice often has preservatives and lacks the natural oils from the peel that help cut grease. You need fresh fruit. 1 cup of warm water. Warmth helps the chemical reaction happen faster. Cold water slows it down. 1 teaspoon of mild dish soap. Use something simple. Avoid heavy, moisturizing soaps with added lotions. Those leave their own residue. A microfiber cloth, not paper towels. Paper towels leave lint and fall apart when wet. Microfiber grabs the grease and holds it. A soft bristled brush. An old toothbrush works perfectly. Step 1. Preparation. First, remove everything from inside the cabinets you plan to clean. You don't want cleaning solution dripping onto your dishes or food. Next, take a dry microfiber cloth and do a quick dusting. Remove any loose dust or dry crumbs. If you skip this, you'll just turn the dust into mud when you add the liquid. Always dry clean before wet cleaning. That's janitor rule number 1.
Cut your 2 lemons in half. Squeeze the juice into a spray bottle or a small bowl. Now here's the pro move. Take the squeezed lemon halves and rub them directly on the inside of the spray bottle or bowl. You want those essential oils from the peel to mix with the juice. Add the 1 cup of warm water and the teaspoon of dish soap. Put the lid on and shake gently. You don't want a mountain of suds, you just want it mixed. The solution should look cloudy and pale yellow. Step 3. Application. Spray the solution onto your microfiber cloth, not directly onto the cabinet. Why? Because spraying directly can cause drips that run into the hinges or seams of the wood. Water sitting in wood joints causes swelling and damage over time. By spraying the cloth, you control the amount of moisture. You want the cloth damp, not soaking wet. Wring it out if you have to. Start at the top of the cabinet door and work your way down. Gravity is your friend. If you start at the bottom, you'll drip dirty water onto areas you haven't cleaned yet. Wipe in circular motions. Don't just swipe back and forth. Circular motions help lift the grease from the grain of the wood. Pay extra attention to the areas around the handles. That's where hand oils mix with cooking grease to create the stickiest buildup. Step 4. Agitation. For tough spots, especially near the stove hood, let the solution sit for 30 seconds. Let the citric acid do its work. Then, use your soft bristled brush to gently agitate the area. Brush along the grain of the wood, not against it. Brushing against the grain can scratch the finish. You'll see the grease starting to liquefy. It'll look like it's melting. That's the emulsification happening. Step 5. The rinse wipe. This step is critical. Most people skip it, and that's why their cabinets stay sticky. Take a second clean microfiber cloth, dampen it with plain warm water and wring it out thoroughly. Wipe down the cabinet again to remove any leftover soap residue. Soap left behind attracts more dirt. It's a magnet for dust. You want a clean surface, not a soapy one. Step 6. Dry and buff. Take a third, completely dry microfiber cloth and buff the surface dry. This prevents water spots and brings out the natural shine of the wood. You should feel the difference immediately. The tackiness should be gone. The wood should feel smooth and cool to the touch. Pro tip: maintenance and prevention. Now that your cabinets are clean, how do you keep them that way? You don't need to do this deep clean every week. Once a month is enough for most households. But here's the secret to keeping grease from building up in the first place. Use your range hood every single time you cook. Turn it on before you turn on the stove. Leave it on for 15 minutes after you finish cooking. The hood captures the airborne oil particles before they land on your cabinets. If you don't have a hood that vents outside, open a window. Create airflow. If the oil stays in the air, it lands on your walls, your ceiling, and your cabinets. Contain it at the source. Also, check your cabinet hardware. Loose handles create gaps where grease can seep in. Tighten your screws once a year. It takes 2 minutes and saves you from having to clean inside the crevices later. If you have very old, unsealed wood cabinets, be careful. Test this solution on a small, hidden area first, like the inside of a door frame. Wait 10 minutes. If the wood doesn't darken or swell, you're good to go. If it does, your wood needs to be sealed before you can clean it safely. Unsealed wood acts like a sponge. You can't clean a sponge. You have to replace it. So if your cabinets are raw wood, consider applying a clear polyurethane sealant first. It protects the wood and makes future cleaning effortless. That's it. Simple, effective, and cheap. You just saved yourself the cost of a specialized degreaser and avoided the harsh chemicals that irritate your lungs. Your kitchen smells like fresh lemons, not a chemical plant. I want to hear from you. What is the biggest cleaning problem in your kitchen right now? Is it the oven?
The freege seals? The grout between your tiles? Drop a comment below. I read every single one, and I use your comments to decide what videos I make next. If you're struggling with something, chances are thousands of others are too. Let's solve it together. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it helps me keep making these no-nonsense cleaning guides. And if you want to know how to clean your gas stove burners so they look brand new without scratching the enamel, click this video right here. I break down the exact paste mixture I use to restore blackened grates. It's satisfying to watch, and it works every time. Thanks for watching. Keep it clean, keep it simple. I'll see you in the next one.